So let's ask Harvey, as the current Executive Dean for Teaching Learning and the Head of Senate, to constitute this gathering so that we can get formal.
Thank you, Prof. Anderson. As the chairperson of Senate, I hereby congregate this as a lawful gathering of the Da Vinci Institute for Technology Management.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate the two singers. I think there was a soprano and a tenor this morning. Outstanding work, and whoever arranged that, well done. There's nothing as heartwarming as hearing the Kadiamus Igitur at a ceremony such as this. Good morning to the Da Vinci President, Prof. Edward Kieswetter, members of the Da Vinci Board and the Strategic Advisory Board, the Da Vinci Chief Executive, Prof. Ben Anderson, esteemed colleagues, faculty, business leaders, students, and distinguished guests. I would not be a South African if I didn't say all protocol observed. I'm Dr. Gavin Isaacs, Head of Programs for Research and Systems, and it's indeed a privilege and honor to address you here to discuss our perspective of what teaching, learning, and research will look like or resemble in 2050. The year 2050. I would just like to ask you just to take a quick moment and imagine the year 2050. What do you think it would look like? Just in your mind's eye, what would the year 2050 look like? While you do that, I just want to ask you to think about the following. We are as far away from the year 2050 as we are from the year 2000. 25 years in either direction. And I would like to ask you if you can still remember what the year 2000 looked like to you. I don't think anybody here was still at school. At varsity, where we were in our careers, what our cell phones looked like. Did we even own a laptop at the time? Were we married? Did we have children? I had hair. And how vastly our lives were that time, in the year 2000, and how vastly we imagine our lives to be differently in 2050. I want us to take a moment to reflect on the future. And yes, I'm saying reflect on the future because before we know it, it will be here and gone again. I have a quotation that I would just like you to keep in the back of your mind. It comes from an SRC member at a gathering that was held in September 2024 at UCT, where they were considering the global perspectives on the University of the Future. And what she said was, when you ask about the University of the Future, it will depend on who you are asking. So ladies and gentlemen, we live in exponential times. Did you know, in the past 16 years, the global population increased by the size of the total population of India? That's about 1.45 billion people. And by the year 2034, the human population will have increased by over 7.5% of all humans that ever lived. Another fact for you, and this one is a tricky one. Do you know that the most in-demand job in 2024 was a home health and personal care aides? I suspect we all thought it was somewhere in technology. So we can see that longevity is indeed something that we have to look out for. The year 2050 may seem distant, far away, but ladies and gentlemen, the choices we make today will shape the future of South African higher education and by extension, the global marketplace. As captains of industry, academic leaders, and stakeholders, we bear the responsibility of crafting an ecosystem that prepares our students not only to survive, but thrive in the context of a world dominated by the fourth and now the fifth industrial revolutions. As we embark on this journey, we must remain cognizant of the unique South African higher education landscape. And as we look towards 2050, we are tasked not just with predicting what may come, but also with actively shaping what we want to see. Education as the cornerstone of any society must evolve to address the challenges and opportunities, more especially within the South African context than any other. We are currently at the cusp of an era where technology, psychology, and human potential intersect to redefine education as we know it. What role will artificial intelligence and emerging technologies play in this journey? And how do we prepare our students to lead in a world where psychological capital, agentic learning, has become as important as technical expertise? We must also remind ourselves that a symbiotic relationship exists between industry and academia. The future of higher education cannot and should not be divorced from the needs of industry. And just as the COVID-19 pandemic obliterated the walls of globalization, so too in 2050, we will see the traditional walls that separate academia and industry come tumbling down. Collaboration between institutions and industry will be at the heart of the academic experience, as business schools and universities partner with companies to co-create knowledge and research that directly address pressing business issues and thereby ultimately societal needs. This paradigm shift will be driven by the understanding that academic excellence and practical application are not mutually exclusive. They are complementary forces that fuel education, innovation, and research, and all of which is part of this topic here today. These collaborations, ladies and gentlemen, will foster new generations of students who understand the symbiotic relationship between education and the workforce, so that when they enter the job market, they will do so with the requisite skills to succeed and with the understanding of the complex dynamics between society, business, and technology. The landscape of teaching in 2050, as we predict or foresee, will undoubtedly be shaped by technological advancements, and that we already see today. But it will also deeply be rooted in the principles of diversity, equity, inclusivity, and ultimately engagement. By 2050, we envision an education environment where students and educators are not bound by traditional methods of interaction, similar to what Prof. Anderson has alluded to. For South African higher education, this is an opportunity for us to bridge the gap between advantaged and the historically disadvantaged institutions. And as a result, ladies and gentlemen, remote learning solutions will evolve even further than what we have come to know today, with virtual classrooms, immersive technologies, and like augmented reality and virtual reality providing students across the country access to top-tier resources, content, and teaching from the best minds, regardless of their geographical location. Teaching will foster critical thinking, creativity, and adaptability. And in this rapidly changing world, we must prioritize the development of soft skills such as ethical conduct, collaboration, resilience, problem solving, and emotional intelligence. These skills will be the cornerstone of any successful graduate, empowering them not only to excel in their careers, but to contribute meaningfully to the organizations they serve and society. Research in South Africa will undergo a radical transformation by 2050, becoming more inclusive and embracing transdisciplinarity while remaining focused and solving the colossal challenges of our country. I was worried I wasn't able to say transdisciplinarity. I've just proven myself there. The future of research will be defined by interdisciplinary collaborations. Researchers will no longer work or can afford not to work in silos, but will form teams with scientists, social scientists, engineers, to approach problems from multiple angles. South African institutions, as we know them, will see themselves partner with global research networks to co-create knowledge, ensuring that local perspectives and innovations are represented in global discourse. Most importantly, research will become more impact-driven. There will be a focus not just on academic publishing, but ensuring that the research leads to tangible outcomes for society. Universities will foster a culture of innovation where research outcomes are commercialized, leading to job creation and ultimately economic growth. While the vision for 2050 is one of optimism and potential, we must also acknowledge the challenges that lie ahead. And it's predicted that by 2034, 2.4 billion of the population will be under the age of 18, and we will require approximately 44 million teachers if we are to educate them all. This will require significant investment in teacher training, infrastructure, and potentially, or ultimately, new teaching models to meet these demands. It also raises the questions about how we can make education more accessible, effective, and adaptable to a rapidly changing world. What do you think are some of the key challenges we'll face in meeting that demand? The persistent global competition for talent and resources will require us to build strong partnerships with international institutions and businesses. And by collaborating globally, we can ensure that South African higher education institutions remain at the cutting edge of innovation, research, and global discourse, while keeping the academic project top of mind. Business schools have a vital role to play too, and will pivot toward teaching students not just how to manage organizations, but how to lead societal transformation. The Da Vinci Institute played a crucial role in the success of many students. Unlike traditional universities, the Da Vinci Institute embraces a Mode 2 learning approach, emphasizing real-world problem solving, collaboration, and work-based learning, and is well on its way to embracing 2050 and becoming the institute of the future. The Da Vinci Institute, ladies and gentlemen, is indeed future ready. Artificial intelligence, automation, emerging technologies, blockchain, the Internet of Things, LLM, augmented reality will be integral to the future of higher education. And in 2050, AI will no longer be a novelty, but an integral part of every classroom. At the heart of the 2050 education model is agentic learning, which places the learner at the center of the educational experience. It emphasizes self-regulation, autonomy, and ownership of the learning process. It is predicted that by the year 2050, South African higher education institutions will fully embrace agentic learning, a paradigm that empowers students to be the agents of their own educational journey to co-create knowledge. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, as we look to this anticipated year 2050, the future of teaching and learning and research in South Africa's higher education institutions will be defined by technology, flexibility, agility, inclusivity, dexterity, and collaboration. The transformation we envisage will enable us to equip our students with the skills and knowledge necessary to thrive. Together, we will shape a next generation of leaders who are resilient, innovative, ethical, and forward-thinking, ready to meet the challenges and seize the opportunities of a rapidly changing world to meaningfully contribute to the social and economic development of this, our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.